Hello everyone. I'm Isho Busam and I'll be the project manager for this week's assignment. This is our team. We have Robert, Sivakumar, Mark, Cameron, and Hiba. The agenda that we'll be following today is the following: starting with executive summary, the methodology we used to arrive at the budgets, the results we obtained, and summary of recommendations which we felt were necessary for the assignment to be improved. Starting with executive summary, we have a bill of material which we worked on previous assignment, where we listed down the total components required for the construction of a research vessel based on the configuration that was previously decided. So that bill of material does not necessarily provide information about the labor costs and fringe benefits and all the direct costs that are associated with the project. So we needed to make a budgeting monthly budget so that those prices could be accommodated. And this budgeting goes in conjunction with the bill of materials that was previously done, the work breakdown structure, and the linear responsibility chart. The time frame we were given for the Gantt chart was about 16 weeks, so we assumed that to be about 4 months, and each month, for each of the 4 months, we created a monthly budget which is in sync with the Gantt chart. Under the direct costs, we included the labor hours, hourly rates, inefficiencies, fringe benefits, and other costs that might affect the project. Indirect costs could be anything, and we thought of including 25% of the direct costs and adding it to the total project cost. The total project cost after all the calculations came out to be nearly $342,000. Coming to the methodology section, our team first met on MS Teams to discuss on the assignment, where we delegated a task based on the linear responsibility chart, based on the systems that we've assigned ourselves to in the linear responsibility chart. And then we decided on what direct costs can affect the project, so that each of us, based on our category that we've assigned to, listed down the prices accordingly. After we decided on what direct costs could affect the project, we then independently worked on gathering the information about what labor costs could be, what the fringe benefits and etc. could be for each of the category that we've assigned to. One common thing which we did was we included a 25% of labor rate for the fringe benefits and a $40 a day for the travel costs of where we thought was necessary. And on the other cost section, we just included a 10% of the wage of the employee. After that, we created a summary table, which is in the form of the standard form 424, which is basically the task on the horizontal columns and the monthly budget on the vertical column, and followed by the appendix. Let us now look at the results that we've arrived at based on our methodology. This is the monthly budget for the second month, and as you can see on the task section, the tasks are listed down on the same order as the Gantt chart, that is in the same time frame. And the labor, materials, and fixed costs, that is other columns in the table, they are the direct costs that we've decided on that could affect the project. And based on the time given for each task in the Gantt chart, we multiplied the number with the number of people necessary. For example, few of the tasks need multiple mechanics. Consider construction of a hull. That needed we decided to put a 6-person team for the hull. Based on what we had in the Gantt chart, the time given for the construction of hull, we multiplied that with 6, and we arrived at 192 hours required for that construction. And on the materials section, we just put down the cost that we arrived at the bill of materials for the bill of materials. And the fringe benefits, inefficiency costs, and other costs are, like I talked about earlier, based on 10%, 25%, and 20% of the labor rate. After performing the monthly calculations for all of the 4 months, we arrive at the following budget table. This is in the form of a standard form 4-to-4 template, and as you can see on the task activity description, we listed down the major categories, like the project planning, procurement, construction, testing, sea trial, turnover vessel. We also included the direct costs, which we've decided on just so that this table could provide more information. But we included personnel, material costs, fringe benefits, inefficiencies, and everything else. And under inefficiencies, we decided to include the learning curve of the employee. And that is why we decided to put a 20% 20% cost to the company. So as you can see that for month one, we arrive at a total direct cost of $9,600, and similarly for month 2, 3, 4, the total indirect charges are the summation of the fringe benefits, inefficiencies, and all the other costs, and that came at about $2,500. And including these two charges, we decided to put a 25% indirect cost to the company, and for the first month we arrive at $12,000. Similarly, calculating all the performing the calculations for all of the months, we arrive at a total project budget of $341,000. We arrive at the following results. The direct costs for all of the 4-month period came at about $216,000, $217,000, and the indirect costs at about $255,000. The bill of materials cost, which was the previous assignment, we included the bill of materials cost into the materials section of the monthly budget, and that is about $138,000. The total project, all in all, costed a $342,000. The recommendations that we thought of were using local suppliers so that we can reduce on the transportation costs, investing on research techniques, inexpensive research techniques that can cut down the instrumentation costs, and by conducting more research on the number of suppliers and comparing them, we could probably obtain a better supplier which could cost us less. There is always a room for optimization. Whatever we decided on, the rates we decided on, they could be much accurately put based on expertise. A quality control program will also ensure there is lesser rework done. Please refer to the appendix section if you're interested in the monthly budget calculations that we've arrived at.